Distorted guitar may be one of the most rock and roll sounds in the world, and thanks to our friends at Nembrini, there is a brand new audio unit plugin for your iPhone or iPad that emulates the classic Rat 2 distortion pedal. Let's take a look. The Nembrini Audio Black Distortion Pedal is a free audio unit V3, AUV3 plugin you can use on your iPhone or iPad. I've got it here in GarageBand. You can use it on any of your tracks, your guitars, your vocals, even things like virtual instruments. So it's very cool, it's very handy and flexible. Let's dive in and take it for a spin. So once you've downloaded it from the App Store for free, there is a link down in the description. What we want to do is come in here and we can either use a guitar amp or we can just use a standard audio track. So I'm going to go here to more sounds, to fun and to clean to set up a new audio track here. Now, because I'm using a 2-channel interface, I'm plugged into channel 2. I'm going to change my input there and I'm going to turn monitoring on. And at the moment, yeah, not very rock and roll, yeah? We need to add something to that. So to do that, we come to our plugins and EQ. We tap on this button here. We come down to plugins and EQ. We hit the edit button, and we've got 3 empty slots here. In fact, 4 if we delete that one because we don't need it. And we can actually add plugins here. So we hit the green plus button there. We come to audio unit extensions. We scroll on down, and then we go to the NA Black. We tap on that one, and now out of the box, it sounds like this. So not bad, but it needs a little bit of tweaking and it probably needs an amplifier as well. Because at the moment, it's like plugging in just a distortion pedal with no amp. So let's dive in and show you some other things we can do to get this sounding kind of cool. Firstly, let's take a look at the settings that we have here. So if we tap on the little amp there, you'll need to register with your email address if you want to do that. So you've got 3 knobs here. You've got drive, filter, and level. So your drive, if we play here, is going to turn up that level of distortion. So let's put the drive all the way to 11. And you get extra fuzz there, yeah? But until you turn the level up, you won't really hear it come through that much. So let's turn the level up, and you can hear in the background, it's getting pretty intense. So it's a very cool, very fuzzy kind of sound. Now, with everything up, it'll help us understand what the filter does. If we turn the filter all the way down, let's take a listen. Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit harsh. And if we go all the other way around, like this, we get... So the filter kind of works in it filters out those frequencies. So it's a bit different. Don't think of it as your EQ. Up this end, you get more bass because it's filtering out the treble. And down this end, yeah, you guessed it, you get a whole lot more treble. You get that kind of broken transistor sound. If that's what you're looking for, that's what you can go with. Now let's dial this back to something that we might want to actually use. So put the filter down about there, the drive and the level about there. But you can hear there's that background hiss. So we'd probably want to put a noise gate on this. So if we tap on the noise gate here, drop this down and bring the threshold up until it kind of hits that point where it disappears. Round about there. Nope, needs to go up a little bit higher. Now when we play, need a little bit more threshold. This is basically just turning it off when we're not playing it. So you can hear now there's no background noise. And there is actually a Nembrini noise gate as well, which I show in another video, which you can check out at the end of this one or in the link up the top or down in the description. So what if we want to enhance this sound? Well, if we hit the edit button here, we can also add in an amplifier simulator. So I'm going to tap just under the pedal here, go to my audio unit extensions. Now you could use Tone Bridge, you could use Bias, you could use whatever you like, but a free option here again, because if you want to spend $0, £0, €0, you can actually use the Nembrini Crunk V2. So we throw the Crunk V2 on here, and there it is by its default. I really must do that register on this account. So it's got its default there. You can change the factory presets. We'll do that in a moment. But at the moment, with its default sound, so you can see that it's kind of a little bit extreme now because we've got the pedal dialed up. So what we'll do is we'll drop the pedal back to its default levels. So back to the middle there. So we're using the standard pedal there. We'll come to the crunk and let's just put it onto its clean factory preset. Because we don't need a lot of crunch here, we're just going to go with a clean sound. And what we get out of that is... we get that kind of nice, 90s style fuzzy distortion. So you can play around with all of this and change all of your gain and your bass and all of your settings here to give yourself the custom tone that you want. Maybe not that intense. So that is the Nembrini Black. Now, if you've already got a guitar track and you want to add it to that, you can do that, of course. So if you've recorded your own guitar here, you can come in here and add it, which is what I've done here. You just need to go into the track, go to your plugins and EQ again, and then you can add it in here. And that's what I've done with this tone. If we take a listen to this one, this is what I've put on here, and I've dialed in a tone using the black and the crunk. And the cool thing is if we're going for like a wall of guitar sounds, I've actually got tone bridge on this guitar that's doing a bit of this business. So we've got a more thrashy guitar tone here, a more kind of gutsy, fuzzy guitar tone here. And if we bring them together, we get that nice blending of tones, so we get some nice distorted tones. So using the black in conjunction with other things can be cool as well. One final thing I'll show you, and that is if you don't even have a real guitar, guess what? You can still use the black plugin if you want to. So just to show that we can use this on absolutely any track, let's come in here and let's grab a virtual guitar, shall we? So we can come in here, we can go to the virtual guitar, and let's just grab the roots rock guitar here, and we'll just we'll hit the solo here just so that we're only hearing this guitar. Otherwise, it's going to play everything else. So we'll hit the solo button on this roots rock guitar, and let's just record in a little bit of the autoplay, shall we? So we'll go to autoplay 4. We'll put a little bit of echo on there, but we don't want the drive because we want to add that in afterwards. So if we hit record here, we'll just play some G. Oh, I don't know why it started suddenly going very loud. I think I've still got the other one soloed. I was like, why was it playing that? I've still got my guitars up here. So we'll turn those off. So we've just played in a little bit and... Now, yeah, do you want a real guitar if you possibly can? Sure. But if you're stuck with a virtual guitar and you still want to experiment, you can do it. So again, we're going to go to the same spot here. We're going to go to our plugins and EQ, hit the edit button. Now, I've only got 2 slots here, but that's enough to use this. So we'll hit the audio unit extensions. We'll scroll on down. And again, because it's an AUV3, we can add it directly in here, whereas at the NA Black. So now we can add the black plugin and we can use this with our virtual instrument. I mean, does it sound good? No. Is that Nembrini's fault? No, that's kind of the guitar sound here. But you can see that you could use this as a distortion plugin for your vocals, for your organs, for any other keyboard sound or any other virtual sound or recorded sound as well. What about some bass? Fuzz it up on your bass. Experiment, try it out, enjoy it. It's free. You might as well download it now and take a look. Check out the links in the description. Also a bunch of other videos all about recording guitars and using effects here in GarageBand. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.